Hey everybody, Carm Capriato. It is another aftermarketweekly.com show. Good to have you all here. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but after the end of last Tuesday's show, I just couldn't wait for today. I don't know if you know this. I have too much fun doing this show. And, Tom Ham and I started this a while back, and golly, do I miss Tom. But, now I'm doing it solo. But the most exciting thing is to have co host guests with me and, of course, our shop tour every week. Thank you for being here. Thank you for partaking in so much of this great aftermarket wisdom that we work hard to present this magazine style show. And I always say it's a magazine style show. And people say, what the hell is that? And I said, well, when you take a magazine and you flip through it and you get these 1 or 2 page articles, our topics are short, they're sweet, and they're very to the point. And me and my guest host usually handles them all. And don't forget, on the website, aftermarketweekly.com, every episode is there archived, and you could even watch it live on that website or even on Remarkable Results Radio. So good to have you here. Look at lots going on. My guest host, well, I guess I shouldn't hold it too long. It's Danny Sanchez is here from Auto Shop Solutions. Can't wait to bring Danny on. And we're also going to do a tour out in Brentwood, Tennessee. Yes, we're going to go and hang out with Kim Auernheimer. And she actually was a guest host a few weeks ago. Did a great job, Kim, by the way. And we're going to go to Brentwood, Tennessee to CS Automotive. Kim and Rob Auernheimer's place. We can't wait to do that. Well, look at, as you all know, we have a trivia at the end. Oh, by the way, yes, thank you, Rick. Our agenda, Danny's going to come on and do independent wealth. I'm going to do a survey on technician pay. Going to provide you some information from Automotive Management Network and from Tom Ham. We're going to talk about your fortune of the day. Controlling Your Day from Danny Sanchez. He'll be back. The shop tour from Kim. And of course, trivia. Let me see. What do we have for trivia here? Today's trivia: Ralph Teeter invented cruise control while riding with his A, accountant, B, pastor, or C, lawyer. Please don't go look it up on the internet. Just hang in there until the end and I'll give you the answer. Give us a like. Give us a share, give us a comment in all the Facebooks that we're out on, and tell us what city you're in. We'd love to hear from you. By the way, the latest podcast of the week, Brian Gillis, came out today, Creating Standard Operating Procedures. It was part 2. We got into a lot of the hows. Brian's a business coach, did a great job in really helping you understand what's the first thing you need to do to create some great SOPs. And last Friday, we did one hell of a show on assessments, hiring engaged and productive employees who will find a home at your place. It was one of those episodes that you probably have to listen to a couple of times to get everything that's inside of it. Well, look at bring on my friend Danny Sanchez. Danny, welcome to the show. Let's bring you on. How are you, my friend?
Carm, always great to see you. And you've always got some great information. Boy, I tell you keep getting better and better.
Thank you so much. Now, Danny Sanchez is the founder and president of Auto Shop Solutions, and they pride themselves in delivering really powerful automotive marketing, guaranteed to drive more customers to your custom website. It's on the web at autoshopsolutions.com. How'd I do?
What a plug. What a plug. I didn't even pay anything, and I get a plug like that. That's fantastic.
That's right. Well, I owe you for being here. Your executive vice president was on with me a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to share her episode a little later on. But Danny and I have to tell you something. I looked it up. You and I have done 13 podcast episodes together.
Have we really? That's fantastic.
Yes, we have. It's a combination of either one-on-one, Town Hall Academy panels.
Yeah.
Or do you remember when we were in Chicago earlier this year?
I do.
And you were on a panel, And we pulled 5 podcast episodes out of that entire 8-hour panel discussion, and we called it Business Acumen.
Yeah.
And you were on, I think, 4 of those episodes. You did one hell of a job. So thank you for being here. You're here to talk about some money and finance. Handle it for me.
So, I thought it'd be a good time to talk a little bit about it, especially at the end of this year and so many things changing and happening, and certainly some tough times for some shop owners. I thought it'd be a good time to talk about, kind of the end goal is being independently wealthy, right?
Okay.
Right. Having that kind of independently creating wealth that allows you to then have the freedom that we kind of all looking forward to, whether it be in retirement, early retirement, wherever that time comes for all of us. So
Sure.
I thought it'd be a good idea to talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
Especially since, the growth of our business, from my automotive background, growing into the business. And I'll give you a little scoop that I have not released to really anybody, Carm, but I'm a shop owner again. I own a shop again. Yeah.
No.
I did. So actually becoming independently wealthy. Something else we haven't talked about in the industry is I actually sold my shares in Auto Shop Solutions, now became of a larger company, and still CEO, still running the company. We're still growing, but having accomplished that now, it's a different place to be. And this concept of reaching this point of independent wealth, of that kind of freedom that comes from that, doesn't come easy. These are not things that just happen over a little bit of time. There's no quick fix. There's no silver bullets. There's no, I'm going to do this and then I become wealthy in a year. No, this was the culmination of really 30 years of my involvement in the industry, and becoming a master of running a repair shop, to master of running a business, to master of building a team that then is capable of this trajectory of building a company that can then be valuable in that kind of way. And I can tell you that
discount all the hard work you put in either.
It takes a ton of hard work, and it takes there's no getting from here to there working 40 hours a week. I can tell you that, but in the end, there's a place that you can get to. And there's just a couple simple principles that I can pass along that
Sure.
are valuable to everybody. And that one of them is you need to be fiscally conservative. I was always very careful about money going out the door. But what I was never short on was making sure that I was using the best services that I could get. So whatever third-party programs that we were using, whatever tools that we were using, always sought out the best tools that I could get that made us better or gave us a distinct advantage over our competitors. I didn't hold back on those dollars. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Making sure that I had all the top-notch services, and that doesn't just, and this relates to shop environments. That means making sure that we have the access to the tools that we need, that we have access to the online training and online information that makes it easier to get our jobs done.
You stood by your core beliefs and you didn't compromise.
Yep, didn't compromise anywhere along the way. And although, like I said, I'm still very fiscally conservative. Don't spend money if you don't have to, and take time to make really good choices on the services that we do use. That pays off in dividends in the long run. You spend a little bit more time making decisions, but you get the long-term payoff when you're getting the benefit from the services that you use. So, whether it came to a payroll program or you name it, right? We sought after the best of the best. It might've cost a little bit extra, but I would save money by not making some of the mistakes that other people would.
Great advice. Advice.
That makes a big difference.
You're a shop owner again. I mean, I'm sorry, man. That is a scoop. I am blown away, but I'm happy for you. And I remember you coming on years ago telling me your story of, why you're in the position you're in, because you were a shop owner. So it's come full circle for you, man.
It's funny. You could, some people might look at it like the dog returns to his vomit. That's not actually for me. It is actually very healing. I have not been able to work on my own cars for years. Having not have that access to information and parts. And as you know, I have a little collection of cars that I keep going. And this is just it's absolutely made it life so much better for me. I feel whole again having that kind of access and being part of the industry in that way again. So that's a huge thing. And you are the first person I've told, Carm.
Wow. Well, I feel extremely honored, and I think everyone who's here with us and or will watch this, we got a scoop. We got
Right.
a scoop.
Right.
Aftermarketweekly.com. We know Danny's a shop owner again. Hey, well, look at. Thank you for this. I want you to come back and do another segment, but I want to move on, and I want to handle the survey of the week. Okay, Danny.
Perfect. That's
Thanks,
great.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Okay. Look at my good friend Tom Ham owns a shop and aftermarket automotive management network. And boy, do I look on Tom's site all the time for great information and great surveys. And I want to share with you two surveys that I pulled from Tom. And the first one, I think this is it. Yeah, the gross pay for the highest paid technicians in your shop. And that's before taxes, not including benefits. Oh my, look at this. 22% of the answers were $50,000 to $60,000 a year. Underneath that, rating at the 16%, there were two tied for 16%, 80 to 90 and 100 to 125. I'm astounded by that second grouping. 32% of the answers were between 80 and 125. I think the industry is moving and realizing the kind of pay that's necessary to work on the vehicles we have today. Tom and I actually spoke by email today, and he said, "Hey, I want to come on the show in a few weeks and I want to do this survey." And I said, "Oh, Tom, I'm already going to use it." But I said, "Hey, you get more data. Let's come on and talk about what this means from a shop owner's perspective." 15% say under 50,000, 11% 60,000 to 70,000, and again down to the 70 and 80 and the 90 to $100,000. Very extremely very interesting numbers. Very interesting numbers. By the way, everyone, I'm not even sure we are live with any viewers today. I'm really surprised by that when I actually take a serious look inside of my sorry for the delay, but I'm looking all over StreamYard and I can't necessarily find everything. Anyway, we'll figure all of this thing out here in a minute, but let's go back to the next part of the survey that I'd love to cover: the best sources for finding technicians to hire. And again, this comes from Automotive Management Network. Indeed was 41%. I found that very interesting. Craigslist 24, Facebook job market 24%. Surprised that wasn't a little higher. Raising your own, the apprentice program 21%. Going to a recruiter 17, your website 17%. And I thought this interesting: disillusioned dealer technicians at 14%. So I find, maybe we could even ask Danny later when he comes back about recruitment on websites, because, of course, Danny is a website master, great marketer, and he knows all about websites. I find this very interesting. So what does this mean to you? If you're using Indeed, then you're of, the majority in this survey. And if not, maybe you need to use it. And don't forget about the Facebook job market and the apprentice program. By the way, I'm all over education. I'm all over apprenticing. And what I want to share with you all is that we're going to have a Town Hall Academy coming up within a month, and we're going to be talking about apprenticing from this perspective, not the shop owner's perspective, but we're going to bring on apprentices and mentors and ask them, so tell me, how was your experience through your apprentice program, graduates from a shop's apprentice program? Okay, surveys are done. What are we doing next? We're going to talk about fortune. Yeah, that's right. We'll do that, Rick. Thank you. Incentive plans. This Friday, we're talking incentive plans with Brian Kelly, Seth Thorson, and Bill Haas, noon this Friday. And Coming out Thursday is the repurposed show that we did last Friday on succession planning. And this was an internal candidate. Steve LaFleur is the seller, Dave Mendez is the buyer, and Bob Ward was the coach that pulled it all together. It was a very, very interesting. I don't think we do anything that's not interesting here on all of the different shows that we do. And I think you're going to learn a lot. It went beyond just the internal candidate and how that deal was structured. Okay, let's do our fortune cookie of the week. Let's see your fortune. I'm opening it up. Let me see. I think we may have some really good news for you. And your fortune is going to be study metaphysics. You will find much to appreciate. I think it's beyond my pay grade for sure. Absolutely. Metaphysics. Someone may even have to explain what metaphysics is. But there's your fortune of the day. Let's go on and bring Danny back. Oh, Danny, I want to share with you that we did have Margaret on the show, episode 570. And, I've known you guys for over 5 years. I finally got Margaret to come on to do 20 questions in 30 minutes. It was a hoot. It was a lot of fun. And I so appreciate her. And Margaret is Danny's executive vice president. And don't forget, every episode is archived on the web. And you can't miss it at aftermarketweekly.com. Let's bring Danny back and let's do a little bit on productivity.
Margaret to start talking, but when she starts talking, then it's hard to get her to stop talking. So
she did great.
Yeah, did she? I bet she did fantastic. She's timid at first, but she does a fantastic job. She's taught a couple of classes this last year, and done an amazing job. So yeah,
she sure did.
She's stepping in.
She sure did. Productivity, man. What's up?
Well, we got to, so I want to talk a little bit more about, and adding on to building wealth, about controlling your day. So you really don't get anywhere unless you really got to, look, there's monthly goals, there's weekly goals. And if you don't have daily goals, then you're really not controlling your day. And it's important to have your daily goals, really taken down to the smallest denominators. And that's just not just with RO counts. It's not just with average repair orders. It needs to be also with your personal achievements and what you want to get done on each day. So I start every day with I have a different goal for different days of the week. So on Mondays, I have goals to meet with my executive team and to get in alignment with the goals for the week. On Tuesdays, it's different. On Wednesdays, it's different. So I start kind of a different priority, and everybody's different in how you want to schedule. But the important thing is that although on occasion those goals can get derailed just a little bit with just life that happens.
Sure.
The thing is that what you have left over, then you understand what you need to accomplish the next day, and you need to play some catch up and get it done. And that might be reviewing the financials from the prior month. It might be reviewing the sales from the prior day. You might be reviewing profit and losses from the prior day, or reviewing repair orders, or listening to phone calls from your service advisors to see, check the performance and how you're doing with getting work in. These are all tasks that we need to do in order to keep our businesses on the cutting edge and to keep driving forward and creating that kind of success. And if we don't have a list of to-dos that kind of start our day, or at least say, I'm going to get this done today, then usually our day gets a little wild. We just follow the flow, whatever happens to us. And then we're being reactive and not proactive. And that becomes a problem.
Great advice. Great advice. I live off of a to-do list. I continue to look for stuff that is friendly to my brain and will allow me to interact with it, electronically. And not all of these great list builder or to-do things work for me, but I found one that does.
Right. Yep.
Microsoft To-Do.
Good for you.
I know, and don't ask me why it works. Yeah, it works, and I keep trying to break it, and it won't let me. So I think it's got me. I think it's got me.
Well, hey, if you find whatever you find that works, even if it's written on a piece of paper, if that works for you, then fantastic.
I know exactly right. And I was a list maker, paper, and then I'd lose it, and I rewrite it, and I said, I got to find something that's easier. Kim Auernheimer, hello, Kim.
Hey there, how are you guys?
We are great,
Kim. Great to see you.
coming
Great
from
to see you, Kim.
beautiful weather here in Brentwood today. So
I bet you it is. You know, Danny, I've never done this before, but I'm going to ask you to hang out while we're watching Kim's tour. CS Automotive, Brentwood, Tennessee. Kim
Absolutely.
and Rob Auernheimer. Take it over, Kim. Let's see your beautiful place.
well, I'm going to flip this camera around. I actually have a technician taking a test drive, so I hope he doesn't run me over, but I'm going to flip this here.
Well, at
Okay.
least you'll get it on video, or you'll be
There we
okay.
go. All right.
Yeah.
So this is the coming from the street. Got to wave Levi. Hi, Levi. He's taking a test drive there. This is coming from the street. We are on a very busy street, just a few, about a half mile from a 5 million square foot office complex in Brentwood, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Nashville. So funny enough, if you're where I'm standing right now, I am in Davidson County, and where I'm standing right now, I'm in Brentwood County, or Williamson County. So our county line goes right between our property, so that makes it always kind of fun. Here's the front of our building, and trying to make sure I see the full, there we go. Front of our main entrance. Kind of want to show you where we came from. We moved in here, we had the opportunity to buy the building in 2014. And we were originally located, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a little tan building down there.
Yeah.
That's where we started. That's our second location.
Did you build this from scratch, Kim?
We did not. This used to be a Goodyear tire building.
Okay.
So you'll see it looks very familiar and the same. A lot of the Goodyears are built the same.
Looks big boxy. Yeah.
It's very big boxy. So we try to make it our own, bring our own branding colors in.
Sure.
And we'll come in the main entrance here. Our pride and joy is probably our lobby.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
So here is our lobby.
Yeah, look how pretty.
Yeah.
Now, if I was a country music person and lived in Brentwood and I walked in here, I think that they were treating me right.
Well, that's what we hope to do. So we'll kind of swing around here. We have our snack station, little goodie snacks for the kids, coffee, CS Automotive cups. You can take those to go if you want. Hopefully you're going to office and you're walking around with your CS cup.
Yeah.
This is a fun thing that we did a couple years ago. This is our wall of pride, and these are our employees. So this is our newest picture here that we just added. Our technician Levi announced yesterday that they are expecting their first child.
Wow, cool. Exciting.
Yeah. So you'll see there's all of our different employees and mine and Rob's family, and there's me getting my AAM on that one. So that's kind of fun for people to see that our employees are real people, that our families are real, and that's who's serving our customers. Some little certificates down there. And here we go.
Kim, many waiters today?
No waiters today. We try not to.
Okay.
However, we want it to be inviting and comfortable if they have to.
Boy, it sure is. I guess if the choice was to wait, it would be beautiful. It's beautiful.
So we like it to make it, we call this the living room, that they can hang out. This couch has actually put many people asleep. A couple of articles that have been written about us. We have a couple more to frame. And then this is our second shelf of pride with the certificates. Some of the ASA certificates, Tanner's Ratchet and Ranch, our best website, etc. So we're going to introduce you to the front lobby. This is Lori, our service advisor, service manager, soon to be store manager extraordinaire. And we have Jennifer, who is our service advisor. We are very female friendly in the front office here, as you can tell.
Yep.
This would be my office. So if you see me on a podcast, I usually have those shades down.
Yep.
And I get to turn a light on here. Got to keep an eye on Rob. This is Rob's office.
Rob's office. Yes.
Yes.
Connected. I love it.
So we do have a security camera system. We're actually getting ready to locate it or relocate it so that I can see it as I'm sitting at my desk.
Got it.
Looking to be more efficient so I can see if I need to run up to the front desk or not. We have his and hers restrooms up front.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, we all have projects that we're working on, and we are going to show you that we're just like any other shop. This is our wall of embarrassment. We're going to be ready to clean and put cabinetry in here and close all that up.
Looks organized to me.
This is our kitchen and / meeting room. So we do trainings. We do a management meeting every week, and we do a shop meeting every week. So we have set it up as a full-on kitchen, stove, oven, refrigerator, microwave, and TV and training station.
Nice.
So we put that to use every week. So.
What
Okay.
you forced everybody out to eat lunch somewhere else today?
Oh, no, they're working.
It's lunchtime.
It's not lunchtime. So here we have our sanitation station. Here's Rob making noise. Here's our sanitation station, our floor mats, car seats.
I like how you did that. I like that.
So that's these are something you might look at. We actually wrap every steering wheel. This is a better example. We wrap every steering wheel rather than having the loose grips. We wrap them for safety. It's safer to drive them, so it's more like a sticky saran wrap rather than just a loose steering wheel.
So it's like a shrink wrap.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It is.
All right.
Technicians have their gloves, and then we have our announcement board, birthdays, anniversaries, when we're going to be out of the office and such.
Now the masks are hanging there. Now the techs don't have a mask on, but they're there if they go out and meet a customer or test drive.
That is correct. Yeah,
Okay.
They need to go out into the lobby. They are required to wear a mask here, and because this side of the building, we're at Davidson County, so they are required to wear a mask in the building. They're not allowed to. They're not required to in the back, but where the public enters, they must.
Okay.
This is kind of something we put up a long time ago. It's just a reminder to smile when you're walking in the lobby.
Wow, smart.
And it does work. We do have an employee restroom. I hope nobody's in there. Not. So employee restroom. And then we have a locker room.
Very nice.
Mostly just the technicians use the room, uniforms, etc. And we're going to scan around. This is Corey and Tristan. Corey's our parts and dispatcher. Tristan's our car wash guy. This is kind of where we receive our parts.
Yep.
And
how many bays, Kim?
We have 10 bays, 8 lifts. One thing we do like to show is that we have all 8 lifts are called Shockwave rotary lifts. And so they have a battery pack. And what they have done is they allow the lifts to go up and down much faster. It times out about the same time going up and down as one regular rotary lift would be going up. So it makes it more efficient, and the guys love it. So they're pretty fast.
Well, good for them.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Here's our parts area. This is our parts inventory room, which is rather full. We just got a oil shipment. We use the lots of oil selection. So we're not just putting whatever oil in there that we, kind of generic miscellaneous. We are heavy on Denso because we are Asian import. We love our BG product, as you can see. Our oil filters.
I don't know about you, Danny, but it seems like there's a woman's organizing touch to this place. Isn't it amazing?
That's actually Rob. Rob is the man on that. That's
all
Rob.
Right. Good.
So you are witnessing Rob working in the shop today. This doesn't happen very often.
Well, Rob and I would get along just fine because this, my unfortunately I'm a little OCD, so this is right up my alley here, Carm.
That's his gift for sure. We have a technician that's on vacation this week, and we are extremely busy. We have a couple of Land Cruisers in here, older Land Cruisers that are 6 digits on repairs. So we're floating in old Land Cruisers right now.
Whoa.
So we'll continue on back here. This is our detail bay. Every car that comes in the shop gets washed and looks like it gets waxed because they're so clean. And interior is vacuumed and made nice and pretty. So I'll kind of scoot back here. Again, we have 10 bays, 8 lifts, an alignment machine, and a car wash bay. We are getting ready to expand onto the building for the car wash bay. So because we need more bays. So that is the shop.
Wow. Is that a good problem or not?
It's a great problem. So we did just repave the parking lot. In fact, it got done last night. It wasn't for y'all. It was because we had to. As you can
That
see,
blacktop looks very, very nice. I was going to say that when you were up front.
It's
Yeah,
brand
it's a
new.
pretty sexy driveway, right?
So you can see, you might see that there's two different kind of rocks on this back wall.
Yeah.
We had a avalanche. That whole back of that wall collapsed down, and if it COVID came, that happened. COVID came, and then just a lot of unrest and unsurety. But just being blessed throughout the whole COVID time, we still had the money to be able to put that, make that wall back, put that wall back up, and with that came the new parking lot. So
Are you going to lose any parking spots if you expand?
we will lose 2. So we're going to expand just on back here where these Land Cruisers are, where the 4Runner is. We're going to lose 2, and it's just going to be a drive-in, 2-bay drive-in for our car wash.
Got it.
Bay only. So
excellent.
We're getting ready to
Kim,
sign these for our tow-in location, and that's pretty much it.
What a beautiful, beautiful place. I guess you and Rob took a flyer how many years ago to buy the building?
Let me turn this camera. We bought it back in 2014.
Okay.
So if it weren't for finding a mentor, getting set up financially, and keeping good records of our finances, then we never would have been able to buy it. But so we're extremely blessed, and it's a pain. Ownership's a pain, but it's also the best thing we could have done for our business.
It goes back to what Danny was saying, do a lot of things right. Don't skimp on stuff, and good things will happen.
That's right.
Yeah, congratulations, Kim. Beautiful shop. Great job.
Thank you.
Really, really nice shop. Well, good. Kim, thank you very much. Next week will be my first ever live aftermarketweekly.com. I'm going to a friend's place about 25 miles away, Automotive Alley, Jim and Shelley Fleshman in Arcade, New York. He's going to be my guest host, and he's going to give a shop tour.
Wow.
And we got to figure out the tech and do all this stuff, and it's going to be fun. So it's new next week as I am out there. Let's wrap it up. Our trivia question here at the end was Ralph Tweeter or Titor invented cruise control while riding with his, and the answer is his lawyer. He was also blind since the age of 5. Now, Ralph Tweeter was a prolific inventor who invented cruise control. He was a longtime president of the automotive parts manufacturer Perfect Circle, and I do remember them. They were acquired in 1963 by Dana Holding Corp., then sold to Mala in Hagerstown, Indiana. Teeter was inspired to invent cruise control one day. Here's what was going on. The lawyer would slow down while he was talking, and he would speed up while he was listening. And Ralph said, "This is crazy. This rocking motion so annoyed Teeter." He's blind, remember, right? That he was determined to create a speed device in 1945. After 10 years of tinkering, Teeter received his first patent on a speed control device. Early names of his invention included Control-matic, Touch-o-matic, Press-o-matic, and Speedostat. And Speedostat became the trademark name. The common names, cruise control, of course, as we know it, Chrysler in 1958, but the first cruise on a vehicle.
The early version of brick on the gas pedal didn't make it.
No, it didn't. But I love to know these behind the scenes stories. Kim, thank you so much. Danny, thank you so much. We'll see you all next week, everyone. And lots of love to you. Thank you.
Hey, guys.
Have a great day, everybody.